In this video, I'm going to talk about PMP application process. So this is how the process looks like. It seems scary, but don't worry, I will explain it in very much details. And first you need to create a PMI account on pmi.org. And then you go somewhere in the certifications, you will find PMP and click on Apply Now. And once you click on Apply Now, you start filling the form, and you can keep the form in a draft mode and come back after 1 day, a few days, etc. But don't let it open for more than 90 days, because after 3 months, the application form will be considered as incomplete and it will be closed and you need to start over. Once you fill in the application and your applications look ready and you fulfilled all the conditions, you click on Submit the application. And once it is submitted, you just sit and wait for the PMI decision. And the PMI decision could be either a direct reject. This is rare cases where the PMI rejects the application right away. Sometimes PMI sees that the application does not really fulfill the conditions for PMP from the first instance, such as the experience is not really related to project management, then they just right away send a rejection message. I don't see this a lot actually, but it happens. The other alternative is that you get an audit. You get an email from PMI either at the end of the 5 days or just after a few hours or a few days from submitting your application, and PMI will ask you for references and for justifications for all the stuff that you mentioned in your application. In this case, you need to reply to PMI requests, and after you reply to PMI requests, either PMI still consider that you are not eligible for the PMP and they reject your application, or they will approve your application. And this is the second option. In the other case, we said that once you submit the application, it's either rejected, audited, or it could be approved right away. So these are the different alternatives after submitting your application. And as I said, you can get a reply right away after a few hours or after a few days, but up to 5 days. Okay, so now we are here, and once your application is approved, you have 1 year from the date of application approval to take the exam. For example, if your application is approved in 20 March 2024, you have until 20 March or 19 March 2025 to take the exam. You have a whole year to apply for the exam and schedule your exam and sit for it. Imagine now that you get this approval on 20 March. You can pay for the exam, let's say in 1st of June 2024. And once you pay for the exam, you will have access to schedule your exam. And scheduling your exam could be somewhere, for example, in July, for example, here 15th of July. And you take the exam. And once you take the exam, it could be taken in a test center or online. If you take the exam in a test center, you can have a provisional result just after finishing your exam. You get a score of what you have done, and you get a provisional score whether you passed or failed the exam, and wait until 2 days until you get the final result. If you are taking the exam remotely, you will not get a provisional result. You have to wait for 2 days until you get the result. And once you get the result, you will be certified here, and you need to maintain your certificate. And for every 3 years, you need to get 60 PDUs, professional development units. I will make another video specific for PDUs, professional development units. But for now, it's just an educational piece of content that you are consuming, and each hour equals 1 professional development unit. During 3 years, you need to collect 60 hours or 60 professional development units and submit it to PMI in order to renew your certificate and maintain your certificate through the years. So this is an overview how the application process looks like. You create an account, you fill the form, you submit the application, you wait for the result. If you are audited, reply to PMI audit, give them reference, give them the certificates, etc. And once you approved, you have 1 year to pay for the exam. And once you pay for the exam, you can schedule your exam. And after scheduling the exam, you sit for it and you get the result, either a provisional result if you are in test center, or in both ways you get a final result after 2 days. Once you are certified, you need to collect 60 PDUs every 3 years. Hopefully the process is clear and simple. And again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to type your questions in the comment box.